And for Goff to recover after a big mistake.
Nick, who was that out there covering him?
Who was that? Oh, Daniel Sorensen, who's been injured. The guy you killed last year because they tried to have him replace Eric Berry.
Every time. I tell him, Andy Reid, you can't hide him. Every time he gets on the field, we're going to find him.
More from this game.
He sticks out on the Chiefs.
Big
defense.
night for Samson Ebukam with the interception. Will not be denied from finding the end zone.
Tremendous play. This was one of several. This one will be highlighted. But at the end of the game, when Mahomes throws the last interception, he can't get outside. He's very, very disciplined. He stays on Mahomes' upfield shoulder, forces that last turnover to be able to seal the game.
Ebukam was absolutely outstanding. And this one, to bat it, it hits the right tackle's helmet, and to come down with it, that's a great play. A great play.
All right, moving on, a little basketball, the NBA. De'Aaron Fox, watch, spin off the defender, drops a dime to Marvin Bagley for the layup. Ooh.
Aaron Fox is exciting. His second year from Kentucky, maybe a little disappointment in his first year, but man, he's found his groove in year number 2, and Sacramento's playing better.
Kings 8-8. Everyone thought that #1 pick that they got to give up to Boston this year is going to be top 3. Kings trying to make a little playoff push with De'Aaron Fox and Buddy Hield. Willie Cauley-Stein playing the best ball of his career. Go get it, young Houston.
All right, finally, a little Duke basketball. Zion gets the steal, delivers the vicious dunk.
Just a nonchalant windmill.
So it was a Monday.
Just a little nonchalant windmill in Maui Sea.
Oh, we're going to see a lot of this, man. This kid is amazing what he can do. But also, man, they got another kid, P.J. Barrett. RJ Barrett, better player. Better player. We're going to keep on the highlights, but they got another freshman that's a better basketball player.
We'll
Don't say nothing.
We'll see on that. We'll see on that.
I didn't ask you. I'm telling you. How many points he had last night?
Zion only had 13.
Okay, how many the other guy had?
More than 13.
Oh, okay.
But that's one.
Keep a track, people.
Moving on to the Patriots.
RJ, PJ, I'll get your name right by the NBA.
They had this past week off, currently sitting atop the AFC East at 7-3. Not that that's hard to do, but that's for another day. They'll take on the Jets this week as they look to make their push to return to the Super Bowl for the 3rd straight season. Tom Brady says everything they want to accomplish is right in front of them.
We're working through certain things, and we're 7-3. We got our biggest games ahead of us. I don't think that we played our best football. So this is the time of year where we've got a great opportunity ahead of us. We put ourselves in a decent position. It's not perfect by any means. I don't think we've played perfectly. But I think we built to this point where we're in a position to, start playing our best.
So I actually listened to this interview. He actually went on to say that he spent the bye week watching all the games that they've played already up until this point. So he was fully dialed into what they were and weren't doing. So, Nick, after you saw what you saw from both teams offensively last night in the Rams and the Chiefs, can the Patriots keep pace with that type of offense, do you think?
Not the Patriots we've seen through 10 weeks. Now, the Patriots won't turn the ball over the way both teams did yesterday. They won't commit a dozen first-half penalties or close to it the way the Chiefs did yesterday. They're not going to beat themselves. But you looked at just the overwhelming offensive talent. Take the quarterbacks out of it. And Brady last month hadn't been great, but take him out of it. Let's assume Brady come the playoffs is going to be awesome. With a lesser Gronk, with Josh Gordon that still is not yet seemingly fully on the same page with Brady, you look at what the Saints have, what the Rams have, what the Chiefs have, what the Steelers have even.
Yeah. And
you say, as far as a talent perspective, the Patriots are playing, Tom Brady's got a stacked deck against him. And so, I wouldn't count the Patriots out in any scenario because they're so good at the details. But as far as trying to win a shootout, I know they did against Kansas City earlier in the year. That was with Gronk a little healthier. That was with the team playing a little bit better. I don't think they can keep up with the top flight offenses in the league as we're seeing them right now.
Yeah, we always do this, and football is not a tale of the tape. When you look at the Pats, how they play, you watch the game last night, you'll be like, wow, how are they going to keep up? Well, this is how they're going to do it. The Pats have started 7-3. In the last 10 years, they've done that half the time. But they've only made it to the Super Bowl with a bye. So if they were to play one of these teams and they had a bye, you're not the ball, but you're not going to have one guy be able to dominate the game. So in seeing this, what would I say? Kelsey hurt him. Would a healthy Sammy Watkins? And the Patriots, they wouldn't be able to stop him because there's not a matter who's the best right now. We know the Patriots are going to get better. It's predictable. They're always better as the season goes on. So now, in these last 6 games, will they go 5? To them. They will keep evolving, keep getting better. Let's see how the Rams, how they respond to this bye.
How important these last 6 games are cannot go overstated. Like, if they go 5-1, they will almost assuredly get a bye again. And we know that 12 times in the Belichick-Brady era they've gotten a bye. 8 of those times they've gotten to the Super Bowl. We know that they've never gotten there without one. And so if they go 4-2, if they're 11-5 and they end up as the 3 seed, we don't have a template, and they don't have something to draw on as far as, oh, we've done it from here. So that is where that the loss right before the bye was a tough one for them because they have less margin of error. But they got a big win last night. The team they're chasing for the 1 seed, the team they have the tiebreaker with in Kansas City, now Kansas City's only essentially a half game up on them. But I do think it is the difference between being the 2 seed or the 1 seed and the 3 or the 4 this year in the AFC is going to be enormous for all 4 teams vying for it.
One thing that New England's going to have to face, that speed, the speed on both sides, because they run speed sweep sideline to sideline. That is not something this New England team, I believe, can deal with. And also, if they had to face them, that's why I believe 2 weeks would give them the appropriate time to be able to minimize the difference in how fast and what the Rams and what the Chiefs present. Because it's like college football, not just the plays, how they utilize the speed on the offensive side.
What does those things?
Oh, no, they need everyone healthy.
Yeah.
No, they need Gronk to be able to block.
Would say more importantly than Gordon getting on the same page is Sony Michel's health. I'd say Gronk and Sony Michel's health are the 2 most important things. Gordon getting locked in with Brady would be a bonus. I don't think they're baking that in, assuming that's going to happen by the end of the year.
All right, let's take a break. Coming up, did last night's game hurt or help Pat Mahomes?